Hi, I'm Doug, and this is...
Andrew, you can't hear me, maybe.
This is Andrew. We taught the Shim-Sham over the course of 2 hours. As far as the choreography of the Shim-Sham, there are a lot of videos of that online. Some of them are really, really good. So I encourage you to check those out. You can go to swingdancemoves.com or type Frankie Manning Shim-Sham into YouTube. And you will find like some excellent breakdowns. So we just wanted to talk about what was unique about our class, and that was really more in the second hour and had to do with social dancing, called dances. The end part of the Shim-Sham is a called dance, and so the caller will call freeze or slow motion or whatever else. And so we talked about just what that's like in social dancing. We also covered some variations, so I'll cover those. We talked about how in the Shim-Sham step, you can shimmy, Shim-Sham, shimmy, ooh, ha, ha. And instead of doing a double on one side, you can like draw in and act it up. So I encourage you to try that. In pushes, we can waggle our knees and get this breeze in the knees motion. And then you can also kick in a lot of different ways. So there's a lot of opportunity to mess with the way that looks. So, and then in tachy-annies are a great opportunity to do stuff with your upper body. This is a really solid like motion down here, so you can like swing your shoulders into it. You can get real low or you can get real high. If you watch videos of the like Whitey's, Lindy Hoppers, Al Minns, Leon James, Frankie Manning, one of the things they would often do is like find their core with one arm and like lift the other one in the air. So like that's a, you know, getting your whole body into these line dances makes them an even more fun experience, and it looks way cooler. And then in half breaks, I had to talk about my favorite thing to do for half breaks, which is just sort of throw your body into the air so they become this like flying step, bump ba da dum, bump ba da dum, instead of just little kickball change down here. So those are all things you can play with. We had a question of why the Shim-Sham starts on 8, and I found out about this relatively recently, and so I love telling people. Shim-Sham is originally a tap routine that Frankie Manning changed into a Lindy Hop routine, and all tap routines, maybe not all, but most tap routines start on 8 as a way of making it explosive and like, popping before the phrase has even started. So 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I always think that's a really cool way to think about that. And then we did some social dancing stuff.
Yeah.
So we covered some basic vocabulary for people who hadn't danced before. We covered a basic 6-count basic, and that looks like this. Triple, triple, rock step, triple, triple. We went out into open. Ba, ba, ba. We did some basics in open and then came back into closed. And that was all we did in terms of vocabulary. And then we talked about what it is to, like, the awkwardness of dancing a called dance. So we'll just demo real quickly. Ba, 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 da. Ba, ba, freeze! And dance! Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 da. And freeze! And dance! And freeze! And dance! And we talked about how you can always reset if you need to. And you can change body positions, you can break away. We talked about the itch call, which generally involves breaking away from your partner and doing itch motions. And then also, so 5, 6, 7, 8. Da, 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 da. Slow motion. Da, 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 da. And dance. Da, 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 da. So, and then we just practiced. We did the Shim-Sham to the sort of classic song that it's done to, which is Jimmy Lunsford's It Ain't What You Do, It's the Way That You Do It. And then we had a really special thing where there's a version of Stompin' at the Savoy where Frankie Manning calls the Shim-Sham. So we played that and did the Shim-Sham to the calls of Frankie Manning. So thank you so much for coming out. And April classes start next week.